EDU 801, Assignment 2. Self-analysis in light of the innovative personas. Which of these personas are closest to my current and projected personality as a creative leader? Tom Kelley spent years observing the roles people play in organizations, the results of which he discusses in his book, The 10 Faces of Innovation, where he describes 10 personas, grouped into 3 categories, the first of which are the learning personas. The learning personas, the hunters and gatherers of the personas. These people are driven by the idea. Kelley describes 3 learning roles. The anthropologist brings new learning and insights into the organization, observes human behavior, and develops a deep understanding of how people interact. This is a strength for me, a persona I often pull from my creative leadership toolbox. Next, the experimenter prototypes new ideas continuously, an effective utilizer of trial and error. This persona involves taking risks, not in my comfort zone, although I do want to evolve this persona, and I see a tremendous need for it in my toolbox. The cross-pollinator explores other industries and cultures and translates those findings to fit the unique needs of his own institution. Curiosity is a key to this persona. Am I curious? Yes. Have I ever thought to bring ideas from one industry into another? Not so much. Clearly a persona I need to develop. Next, Kelley describes the organizing personas, the most savvy of the personas. These people understand that even the best ideas compete for resources within an organization. The first of the organizing personas is the hurdler. These people know the path to innovation is strewn with obstacles. They develop a knack for overcoming and outsmarting those roadblocks, and the hurdler is not afraid to bend the rules. This is a persona I need to develop, and I can do so by more clearly seeing the big picture and anticipating problems within the organization. The collaborator helps bring eclectic groups together and often leads from the middle of the pack. Although I always try to lead from the middle of the pack, I don't always bring eclectic groups together. Collaboration is a weakness of mine, I believe because I lack confidence. Perhaps this program will help surface that confidence. The director not only gathers together a talented cast and crew, but also helps to spark their creative talents. Again, my willingness to reach out to others needs development. However, once together, I do tend to inspire others' creativity. The last group of personas are the building roles. Highly visible, these people apply insights from the learning roles and channel the empowerment from the organizing roles to actually make innovation happen. The first building persona is the experience architect, who designs experiences that go beyond mere functionality to connect at a deeper level with customers' needs. With a background in hospitality, now you're in my wheelhouse. A clear strength of mine is observing customers, both internal and external, and identifying their needs before they are aware of them themselves. I like engaging in human field studies. Next is the set designer. They create a stage on which innovation team members can do their best work, and they transform physical environments to influence behaviors and attitudes. I've always been way too comfortable with the status quo, never feeling as though I had the authority to change it. As I grow with confidence, however, and build a better understanding of the balcony view, thanks for the analogy, Heifetz and Linsky, I anticipate this persona becoming a much bigger part of my creative leadership toolbox. Then there's the caregiver. They deliver customer care in a manner that goes well beyond mere service. Again, my years in hospitality have caused my caregiver persona to surface often and impact my leadership tactics. Last but not least, the storyteller, who builds both internal morale and external awareness through compelling narratives. Essentially, this persona tells the company's tale of success. Not a persona I have embraced, as I have a tendency to move forward to achieve new goals, not reminisce on past successes. So which of the personas are closest to my own personality, and those that I currently have and pull from in my creative leadership toolbox? The anthropologist, the experience architect, and the caregiver. This makes sense as I am highly visible in my organization and tend to bring the other personas' achievements to fruition and make innovation happen at my organization. So I thought I'd take the second half of this assignment outside, kind of embracing 802 a little bit in Curtis Bonk's We All Learn. Anyone, anytime, anywhere to answer the question that you posed for the second half of this assignment. And for a couple days, I went back to the assignment and looked at it and tried to write a script and tried to pull text, and then it kind of occurred to me that this is a reflective assignment. And I just wanted to sit back and think about what it is I would do and then tell you. So the question you posed, how would I lead a team through a creative solving process with a mind to the future while influencing the thinking and actions of others to carry out plans for reform? And I thought I would kind of tell you how I would do this in light of something I experienced recently. Just a few days ago, Thursday night, we had an online course with you, Dr. Gould. My group got together after you finished your presentation, and we started to talk once again for the fourth time about how we would prototype. What are we going to prototype? What does our classroom of the future, our school of the future look like, and how are we going to prototype something? And of course, the devil's advocacy was in the room on all the prior meetings, but something happened during this last meeting. I actually felt, didn't experience, but felt the principles of Otto Scharmer's Theory U. I never thought I actually would. There was a time where I didn't think it was real. But during that conversation on Thursday, I felt our team let go. I felt our team presence. And I felt our team let come. And this was an interesting experience, and one from which I think we all learned a great deal, in that letting go takes a lot of time. Experiencing presencing is hard, but once you get past those two phases, letting come really happened rapidly. Ideas were just flowing from the group and the team, and I really felt like we finally experienced what we had been reading about. So how does that relate to the question at hand? Well, that answers the question at hand. How would I lead a team through a creative solving process? Although I'm not sure I or anyone can really lead a team through this process, I think the leader of this process really needs to embrace their collaborative persona, lead from the middle, while still being engaged and being a part of the team. I think they can facilitate the process, but to say they're leading the process, different people take a lead at a different time. And everyone in the room, it doesn't necessarily have to take on one of the personas I just talked about, but can take on multiple personas at multiple times. And I think that's how I would lead a team through the creative process. I expect this idea will change, evolve, grow, but will always be a part of who I am in the future. But for now, I'm going to go out and enjoy some of this sunny day as soon as I turn this in.